Let's talk about lyrics that hit. Lyrics that stick with you long after the song is over. We're going to break down the craft of songwriting and give you the tools to elevate your own writing. So grab your notebooks, fire up those creative engines, and let's get into it. Welcome to Beat of Pulse Music, your ultimate music channel for trailblazing inspiration and groundbreaking entertainment. Method number 1, understanding your message. Before we even think about rhyme schemes or metaphors, we need to talk about the heart of your song, the message. This is the soul of your creation, the essence that will resonate with your audience. What's the core idea? The emotion you want to convey? What is the driving force behind your lyrics? Is it a love song? A protest anthem? A reflection on the human condition? Or perhaps it's a story of personal triumph or a tale of heartbreak. Figure out what you want to say. This clarity will guide every word, every line you write. This isn't some esoteric songwriting exercise, it's about clarity, about having a strong foundation on which to build your lyrical house. Without a clear message, your song can easily lose direction. Now, think about how this message connects to your own experiences. How does it reflect your personal journey? The most resonant lyrics often stem from a place of honesty, of vulnerability. They are born from real emotions and genuine experiences. When you tap into your own truth, your individuality, that's when you connect with listeners on a deeper level. They can sense the authenticity in your words. They feel that authenticity, that rawness, and it resonates. It creates a bond between you and your audience. Think about some of the most memorable lyrics out there. Chances are, they resonate because they feel deeply personal, even if they're cloaked in metaphor or abstract imagery. These lyrics often tell a story that listeners can relate to. They tap into universal truths through the lens of individual experience. This is what makes them timeless and impactful. But it's not enough to just feel it. You have to translate those feelings into words. And that's where the craft comes in. This is where your skill as a songwriter truly shines. Don't be afraid to dig deep, to explore the darker corners of your experiences. These are often the places where the most powerful songs are born. The more specific and honest you are, the more universal your message becomes. Your truth can become a shared experience, touching the hearts of many. Method number 2, creating engaging hooks. Let's be real. In the attention economy of the musical landscape, you need a hook. A strong hook is like a lifeline in a sea of noise, something that grabs the listener's ear and says, "Hey, listen to this." A good hook is memorable, catchy, and often reveals something crucial about your song's message or vibe. It's the part of the song people walk away humming, the earworm that gets stuck in their heads. Think about some of the most iconic hooks in music history. They're often deceptively simple, yet incredibly effective. What makes them work? Is it the melody, the rhythm, the lyrical content, or a combination of all three? Don't be afraid to experiment with different approaches. Try using wordplay, contrasting ideas, or even just a simple, heartfelt phrase. Listen to your favorite songs and pay attention to how the hooks are structured. Analyze why they work, what makes them stick in your mind. Method number 3, using imagery and metaphors. Words are powerful tools, my friends. They have the ability to evoke emotions, paint vivid pictures in our minds, and transport us to other worlds. When it comes to songwriting, using imagery and metaphors can elevate your lyrics from simple prose to evocative poetry. Instead of stating things directly, try to find creative ways to imply meaning, to show rather than tell. Metaphors are your secret weapon, allowing you to draw parallels between seemingly disparate things, creating layers of meaning and interpretation. Think about how you can use metaphors to add depth and complexity to your lyrics. Instead of saying "I'm feeling sad," you could say, "My heart's a crumpled paper bag, tossed aside on a rainy day." Don't be afraid to get weird with your imagery. The more unique and unexpected your metaphors, the more memorable your lyrics will be. Think about the senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. How can you use sensory details to create a more immersive experience for the listener? Method number 4, developing a unique voice. This is where things get really interesting, where we move beyond the technical aspects of songwriting and delve into the realm of artistic identity. It's a journey that requires introspection and a willingness to explore the depths of your own creativity. Developing a unique lyrical voice is crucial for standing out from the crowd, for establishing your own sonic signature. It's what makes your music identifiable and memorable. It's about finding that sweet spot between your influences and your own unique perspective. This balance is what will set you apart. Think about the artists you admire. What is it about their lyrical style that resonates with you? Is it their wit, their vulnerability, their ability to craft intricate wordplay, or tell captivating stories? These elements can serve as inspiration for your own work. This doesn't mean you have to sound like anyone else. In fact, quite the opposite. It's about embracing your own voice and making it heard. It's about tapping into your own individuality, your own quirks and perspectives, and letting those shine through in your writing. Your personal experiences and emotions are your greatest assets, and letting those shine through in your writing. Read widely, explore different genres of music and literature, and immerse yourself in diverse forms of storytelling. Pay attention to how other songwriters use language. Absorb everything, but don't be afraid to experiment, to break the rules, and to challenge conventional norms, to find what feels authentic to you. Authenticity is key in creating a connection with your audience. Remember, your voice will evolve over time, and that's okay. Embrace the evolution as part of your artistic growth. Don't be afraid to try new things, to push your boundaries and see what you're capable of. The more you write, the more you'll hone your craft and develop a style that feels uniquely your own. Consistency and practice are essential, and develop a style that feels uniquely your own. Your voice is your signature, and it should reflect your true self. And as you continue to explore your voice, remember that it's a continuous journey of self-discovery. And as you continue to explore your voice, remember to stay true to yourself. Authenticity will always resonate more deeply than imitation. Method number 5, editing and refining lyrics. All right, you've poured your heart and soul into your lyrics, captured the raw essence of your message. Now comes the part that many songwriters dread but is absolutely essential: editing and refining. Think of it like sculpting. You've got the raw clay, the basic form. But now it's time to chisel away the excess, to refine the shape, to bring out the details that make it truly sing. Read your lyrics out loud over and over again. Pay attention to the rhythm, the flow, the way the words sound together. Are there any awkward phrases, clunky rhymes, or lines that just don't quite land? Don't be afraid to be ruthless. Kill your darlings, as they say. If a line isn't serving the song, if it's not adding anything to the emotional impact, it's gotta go. Trust your gut, and be willing to experiment with different phrasings, word choices, and structures until you find what feels right. Remember, songwriting is a craft, and like any craft, it requires practice, patience, and a willingness to revise and refine your work. Don't expect perfection on the first draft, or even the 10th. The more you edit and refine your lyrics, the stronger they'll become. Now, since you've made it this far, we've got a bonus tip for you. Ready? Method number 6, real-life examples and exercises. Let's put all this methods into practice. It's time to take everything we've learned and see how it works in the real world of songwriting. We're going to dive into some real-life examples of songs with memorable lyrics, dissecting what makes them tick. By examining these songs, we can uncover the secrets behind their success and understand the techniques that make them stand out. We'll analyze the song structures, the lyrical devices used, and how those elements contribute to the overall impact of the song. This will give us a deeper appreciation of the craft and help us apply these techniques to our own songwriting. Remember that song we talked about earlier, the one with the earworm hook? It's a perfect example of how effective songwriting can create a lasting impression. Let's break it down and see how the songwriters use the techniques we've discussed to create something truly special. We'll look at the choice of words, the rhythm, and the way the lyrics flow with the melody. Pay attention to how the lyrics interact with the melody, how the songwriters use imagery and metaphors to evoke emotion, and how they establish a unique voice that sets them apart. Notice the subtle nuances that make the lyrics resonate with listeners. But analyzing is just the first step. Understanding these techniques is crucial, but applying them is where the real magic happens. We're going to get our hands dirty with a songwriting exercise designed to put your newfound knowledge into action. This exercise will challenge you to think creatively and apply what you've learned in a practical way. I'm going to give you a prompt, a theme, an emotion, a scenario. And your challenge is to craft a verse or chorus that incorporates the techniques we've discussed. Think about how you can use imagery, metaphors, and a strong structure to convey your message. Don't be afraid to experiment, to let your creativity run wild. This is your opportunity to explore different ideas and see what works best for you. Once you've crafted your lyrics, share them in the comments below. This is a great way to get feedback and see how others interpret the same prompt. Let's create a community of songwriters, supporting and inspiring each other to push our creative boundaries. By sharing our work and offering constructive feedback, we can all grow as songwriters. Remember, songwriting is a journey, not a destination. Every song you write is a step forward, a chance to learn and improve. Embrace the process and enjoy the creative journey. So there you have it, a deep dive into the art of crafting memorable lyrics. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more songwriting advice and music content. Keep writing, keep experimenting, and most importantly, keep those creative sparks flying.